Welcome to Home Bright Concept. As you can see, we are trying to make bag, and here is our fiber. And this our fiber, we are going to be cutting it into sizes. Then we have the top, the base, and the side. So we are going to be making three segments. That is the lining that is going to stay inside. That is inside the inner skeleton. Here is our logo. Here is our handle. And here is our hook. We might not be using it, but I'm just showing you because most times when we make bags, we put our hook. Then here at the edge, we use it to decorate the bag. And here is the bag base. With the use of piercer, we pierce it, and this is our mallet. To use this to mallet materials against each other so that the gum can hold it. That is our gum and our gum brush. Then that is our gum container. This is our ruler. Now, having seen this, these are the material requirements that is needed to do this our 3-segment bag. Here is our plier. We use it to press materials over each other, especially hook. So as you can see now, we'll be drafting our diagram. So we have the inner skeleton and the outer skeleton. So we are going to be making analysis on the inner skeleton, and this is 3-segment bag we will be making. In this our first practical in our bag making. Inside 3-segment bag, we have 2 sides and a base. Now the first side is going to be 8 centimeter, 8 inches rather. Then while the base is 4 inches and the second side is 8 inches. So you can see our edge there is smooth and is straight. So we are going to be using our ruler to mark out those measurements. So we'll first mark the first side, which is 8 inches. You can see we'll mark there. The essence of marking is to rule and make sure the rule is straight. So we mark our base, which is 4 inches. Then we mark our second side of the bag, which is 8 inches as well. So we're now going to take the width of the bag. The width of the bag, that is the wideness of the bag, which is our 10 inches. It's going to be 10 inches. So you can decide to reduce it from that particular size, but we are going to be using 10 inches in this particular bag. It's 10 inches we're going to be taking. So we mark it at different points. The reason for marking at different points is when we place our ruler, we'll be able to get an accurate rule. So we have a straight line. So we'll still continue to take the width at different angles so that we can place our ruler and get a straight line. So you see 10 inches, different sides. So we are going to place our ruler now, and as we place our ruler, we are going to rule a straight line. A straight line. So we have ruled our straight line. Then that same mark we marked from each side here 8 inches for side, base 4 inches, then 8 inches for the side 2, for the side 2. So we'll mark it at this our straight line so that we get a very straight line. You see, we have decided to mark it at the 3 side, and we're going to rule. You see, we have a straight line there. The line is so straight because of our mark. As you can see, we have two tools to cut the material. So with the help of rule, you have a straight cut, but I'm not going to be using that to cut. I'm going to be using my scissors. Yes, so whichever one you choose, you can make use of your cutter, which is the knife, or you make use of your scissors. So whichever one is choose and you are okay with. So I choose my scissors. I've cut it. So what we are going to do now is to use our cutter to trace that line lightly. We are only going to cut it across with the help of our ruler so that we don't deviate from the line. So we put it slightly, put our cutter or our knife slightly to trace that line in order to give it a mark. So it will enable us to be able to what? To fold the that particular area without cutting fully. So you can see. You see the way we are folding it. We folded. This is how 3-segment bags is going to look like. So this is the inner skeleton. So we'll be going to use the inner skeleton to cut the outer skeleton. So as you can see, you place the inner skeleton on another fiber or cardboard, then you mark it out. After marking it out, you increase the top by either 0.5 or 0.25 because it's 3-segment, so you can use 0.25 so it doesn't have too much side that is going to fold. It doesn't have a cover, so if it has cover, so it is mandatory you leave it at 0.5, but since it doesn't have cover, so you leave all sides to be 0.25. So you can see the way we are marking it. So if at the peradventure it is four segment bag or five segment bag. So we are going to leave the top and the base at 0.5, but since it's just three segment, so we are going to be using a 0.25. So now we are going to be drawing the side of the bag. So using side of the bag, so since our base is 4, our base is 4, the length of our base is 4, while the side of the bag, the length is 8. So we are going to be drawing 8 against 4. So we are going to be drawing 8 against 8 so that we divide the center by 2, which is going to give us what? 4, 4. So by so doing, we have gotten the edge of the bag. Which simply tells you that it is the base of the bag that you are going to use to draw the side and the length. So 8 against 4. So we place our ruler, then and to make sure you will rule the same way we have mark out a place to get the straight rule. That is the same way we have done in this part. So you can see that we are trying to divide the line into two. Instead of 8 against 8 now, it's going to be 8 against 4 because we're going to divide this into 2. So you see side 1 and side 2. This is back side. Pardon my error. At this junction, we place the side and you see how it's going to look like. But that is not all. We are going to cut the side of the bag at the center so that at least it will allow easy fold inside of the bag. It will give us a good shape. It won't be standing like a box. So we use scissors, we draw a straight line, then we use scissors, we can place it over each other, or you take a mark, then we use scissors, separate it, then use scissors to what? To cut down. Once you cut down, then we're going to be folding the inner skeleton with our lining or cloth material while we fold the outer skeleton with our skin. You can see our skin. So this is how we leave allowance while folding, because the allowance you leave after applying your gum use to fold to the edge of to cover the edge of the fiber. The same thing happens to the side of the bag, while the same thing happens to the outer skeleton. You have to apply gum, give allowance, then fold. Whether you fold the edge, and it makes your bags to be smooth. You don't cut exactly. So we've done the outer skeleton the way we want to place it, and this is the pin, the designing pin for the edge pin. So you see we mallet it to allow it to fit in perfectly, and it will give a very nice look and a good design. So we use our mallet. You can't use hammer. Hammer will can damage it. So you just use your mallet to fix it in properly. Now we are going to the side of the bag. You first fold the top in a bit. After folding the cloth material, the lining against the side of the bag, so you fold that side a little bit so that by the time you place it, it make it to have a smooth run. Don't forget that you are going to give allowance by every side of the bag so that it is that side you are going to apply gum that will makes use to be able to turn the side of the bag. So the allowance you give from the fiber will help you to to gum it against the side of the bag. So, so you see that allowance at the side now. The allowance is what the side you are going to apply your gum. So having done that, you see, so you be careful while doing it. You see that that allowance is what we apply gum, and that allowance is where we are gumming from. Then you gum the two side of the bag before going to the base of the side of the bag. As you can see, we have set it properly, and we wouldn't want error, so you do it diligently. Then you do the side before balancing the base of the side. So then you see you press it in. So that particular cut we gave it that time will allow it to be able to go in, provided there is no material in the bag that will not allow it to fold in. So that cut we gave it will allow it to go in. So you can see the way we are balancing the side where we put gum and where the fiber is to give it a desirable shape and also make it to form well. So while doing this, you won't be rushing. You have to take your time in doing it. You can see our bag is forming and we are almost there. So the next thing we are going to do is applying gum gradually to the side of the bag. But even before then, we can put our logo. So take a mark of where our logo is going to be. Then we use our piercer to pierce the space and place our logo so that it's going to look fashionable. You see, that is how our handle is going to place in. So you mark it out so that you know your base in terms of applying your base pin. So you mark the first side out, put your gum. You don't put gum in all the side at once, so you might have error. So you do it gradually. You place the first side, from the first side to the base, from the base to the second side. So we are applying our logo now. We use our piercer to pierce or any sharp object you have. So you can see our piercer has passed through. So that is how the logo is going to be on the back. Then now, having applied our gum to the first side, we intend to start gumming the bag, the outer skeleton to the inner skeleton of the bag. While doing it, you have to be careful. You have to check the other side if it rhymes with the first side. So if it doesn't rhyme, you have to open it, amend it, and make sure they rhyme together. That's why while putting the foresight. So don't press the gum suddenly, because you have to what? To checkmate whether it is the two sides are equal. If not, if it is not equal, by the time you put your handle, it will not balance well. So you can see the way it's going to look like. You can see the way it's going to look like. So we'll mark out the base so that we will know where to place that is base. So you mark it out, place it in the four different sides you want it. Mind you, if you don't set this thing very well, the base of your bag might not be able to sit well on the floor. So you have to be careful while marking it where you are going to put it, as you won't be allowed to punch different angle if there is any mistake. So you have to check very well where the side of your, where the base of your bag is. Then after you have mark it out, you use your piercer to pierce it. You pierce it, then you'll be able to put in your base from the base. So you see, we are fixing in our base now. So you press your base to it before applying your gum. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, our YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook page, and don't forget to give us thumbs up, likes, and comments. And if you want more of our video, chat us with any of the number or call us. We will be available anytime to teach you. You can all attend our online courses. So we'll be able to teach you either shoemaking, bag making, or any other thing on our menu. So we'll be able to put you through. So we also need your support. You can also support us so that we can always give you practical on this. So fixing our base. After applying our gum, it has dried. In every place, in every stage you apply gum, you allow it to dry before gumming them together. So we are going to the last stage. So while folding the last stage from the base, you need to make sure you press it and let it align properly so that there is no gap in between your bag and your bag is well gummed. So you see the way we are doing it. So we have to make sure that the bag is well arranged. Subscribe to our channel, please. Refer people to us, brings works for us. So after putting your gum, you have to finish your work. And finishing your work, you use your glue. So any of your glue, so you can use big one, you can use small one, depending if it's working for you. So you mustn't be looking for this exact one I use. So you can decide to use any glue you can lay your hands on in your area, provided it works for you. So that is how we've come to the end of our bag making. So the last stage is to fixing the handle of the bag. So after fixing the handle of the bag, then we are good to go. If you have any question, chat me directly or call my line. Don't forget to support us. Our account number is there. Just assist us to do more and also help us to be able to subscribe and buy more data to upload more videos to you. If you enjoy our work, you can assist us to give you more of the videos. You can chat us privately. So you use your pliers to press down. Please, we are asking for your sponsorship. This is our bag. We have finally made our bag. So our next practical will be on 4-segment bag. If you really enjoy this, please give us thumbs up, comment, advice. This is Bomb Bright Concept.